Data is the new gold, and we need bolts. Think of data as the new valuable thing everyone wants. Like gold in the old days, now we all need even more storage in the future. How can you get involved? Invest. Put your money in companies that make storage solutions, like those big hard drives or online storage spaces. Innovate. Come up with new and better ways to store data. Think faster, bigger, and safer. Start a business. Help people manage your data, keep it safe, or find the best storage options for them. The future is digital. Digital storage is super important for how we live and work now. By getting involved, you're part of shaping the future. Let me know if you'd like to explore any of these opportunities in more details.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're joining us from. Certainly a pleasure to share with you on a Friday morning. I want to welcome back Enyonam and MC from Texas, Enyonam from Accra, Ghana, and all of you that are going to be joining on live as we are presenting. Thank you for joining us this morning. So tell me, why don't we begin with a quick introduction? How do we get introduced to GotBackup?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say happy Friday to everybody who's joining us live and those who are going to catch the recording. I love Fridays. Friday night for Chris and I is date night. So we get that shutting down, no business, just connection. And I hope you guys are doing the same thing with your families. Chris and I were introduced to GotBackup a little over 2 years ago. We've been very good friends with the owner of this project. His parent company is called Global Virtual Opportunities. And he has incredible products, which we're going to share with you today because he did create a pro account, which got us all really excited to be part of that. And it's a way to generate more income. But Chris and I knew Joel. He contacted us and he was sharing with us about this new GotBackup project. And this is a little over 2 years ago. And when we looked at the information, just like you're going to see today, we got really excited because we're entrepreneurs. We understand timing. And if you're going to jump on board and catch the wave of anything that's new and growing, you want to jump in and catch the wave. And that's exactly what we did. And we've been building globally ever since. It's been a blast. And I love that it's a product that everybody needs and everybody can afford.
And what's really interesting, folks, is this is a global opportunity. It doesn't matter where you are on a planet. You can actually plug in to the cloud storage and benefit from the venture, the opportunity that we're going to share with you here. See, the world's only MLM in cloud storage, folks. That's the only network marketing that exists that offers a cloud storage that I'm aware of that provides the kind of income stream that we're going to share with you. The nice thing is we're in a blue ocean. We don't have to compete. We are creating. And my question to you is, why are you here? Maybe you're looking for what Tammy and I were looking for is to create another stream of income to sustain the lifestyle that we absolutely love, that we design. So maybe for you, that's time to turn your dreams into reality because you deserve to live the life that you want to live in your own term. Like these wonderful pictures there, you can see the father sharing his set of keys, right? Moving into a new home, traveling where you want to, opposed to where you can afford to. It's not a nice concept. Adding new family members. We understand the cost of living today went tenfold, and it's very difficult for people. I know in Canada, we have the record amount of people going to shelters for food. It's never been seen. I think there's over 2 million people going to shelter for food. This is how serious this is. And you know, folks, when there's a challenge in the economy, that's when our industry thrives, by the way. Which, by the way, also, which is important is as you retire, folks, you may want to add into your nest egg, which is exactly what Tammy and I do every single month with the surplus that we get in our commissions.
Yeah, and Chris and I are all about helping people, average people. We're average people. We just made a decision 25 plus years ago to come into the network marketing industry and to become pros doing it. We made that decision when we had joined the industry. And today we've built incredible relationships from around the world because of that. And you can do that too. I always say, if Chris and I did it, anybody can do it, because we're just average people.
I totally agree. And the company began in 1997 from Gatineau, Quebec. This is where we met Joel, as a matter of fact. This is when I first was introduced to his service. So I thought of playing a little video for you to get a feel for who Joel is and to kind of see what's going on the back end. Let's check this out together.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of GotBackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I wanna explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm gonna code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So a couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have, hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power, every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security, it's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very...
So we certainly look forward to share with you all the tools and everything that's available to you, which is incredibly inexpensive, and I can't wait to share that with you. But folks, before we get there, there is 2 global trends that we want to talk about, and this is the reason why the opportunity is so attractive. Let's start with the first one.
Yeah, and everybody has devices. Doesn't matter where we go around the world. Chris and I have been traveling for so long, and it doesn't matter whether it's a developing country or, Canada, US. Obviously, everybody has devices. Even people purchasing devices for their kids today. Everybody's got them in their hands. Whether it's laptops, computers, iPads, phones. You can see that everybody's filling devices with storage. And that's why this is such a massive, massive trend, as you can see Chris sharing the stats.
Yeah, and in light of what Tammy was sharing, folks, look at the percentage of global mobile traffic from 2011 to 2025, folks. 6% between 2010 to 2012 to 64% in 2026, or 2025, I should say. So this is quite significant. Here's another one that's more relevant to us, is the size of cloud storage market worldwide. This is the income opportunity for you. $90 billion in 2022 in revenue, and you're predicting in 2030 over close to $500 billion. Folks, that is a lot of space for you to earn an income. That's what we're excited about. One of the main reasons is this.
Yeah, we say everybody's addicted to their phones. At the end of the day, if we leave our phone somewhere, we always have that itch where we have to go back and get it, right? So you can see a bunch of stats on all the different ways and reasons why people are using their phones. Chris and I, we've been in business for, years and years and years, traditional business as well. But we've been using our devices to be able to build our business. So that's one huge reason why you want it. And today, of course, tap and pay your purchases. It's so easy and convenient.
I totally agree, Tammy. And because of that, folks, the data loss is a growing concern. 45% of cell phone users have actually damaged their cell phones. 5,700 screen cracked every hour. Laptop, cell phone stolen every 43 seconds. Of course, it's really painful to lose these expensive devices, but the information that's in it, you can't go back in time and get it again. That's what's so significant. Here's another message I'm sure you're familiar with.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, when Chris and I were learning about the GotBackup project with Joel, things were popping up where our space was full and we need to make a decision and pay more. I mean, the timing couldn't have been more perfect for us. But people are getting these messages every single day. So it's so easy to connect with people because people get annoyed with these messages. They want more value, and that's what GotBackup's all about.
Absolutely. So you can get rid of all the heavy lifting from your devices on the cloud and keep the light stuff to make sure that you don't lose all the space to have to spend more money for extra space. And the second global trend here, folks, is making more money. And that's what we want to tap into. 42% of Americans have side businesses. 62% of Gen Z have business. Our kids have businesses. What about the rest of the world? This is where the opportunity relies. It's really, really interesting. And you can leverage these global trends with GotBackup. That's what we want to talk about here. See, we have a solution, and it's really interesting what we have to offer here. The GotBackup Pro offers the cloud storage that you are accustomed to, but there's a package you can choose from that will include VTuber like YouTube or a testimony generator, which, by the way, if you received an email from me or you're part of a Telegram group, there's a link there. We would love to hear your testimony on the usage of your cloud storage or any of the services that are offered, so we can feature you in future presentations, like on the Wednesday presentation for the company presentation, this presentation, and many others that we're going to be doing. Love to feature you. Memory Place, absolutely amazing, where you can share all your events by having people scanning a QR code to upload their pictures. We have email marketing system. We have a funnel system, which, by the way, you can edit some of the affiliate links that are available in a language that maybe has not been initiated yet. So it gives you so much power. So let's start, Tammy, by talking about GotBackup.
Yeah, so the main product is the data storage, and the other ones are the extra features to become pro, so that you can really leverage and generate many leads by using these other tools and earn extra money, of course. But the main product, when Joel shared this with us, that we would get 6 terabytes, and on your account, you can create 5 sub-account users. So 6 in total. You can share the 6 terabytes. You can decide how much you want to give to each person, which is phenomenal because some people have younger kids. They don't need as much. And the older ones do. And then unlimited devices. All of that for $10 a month, that blew me away. I said to Chris, oh my gosh, everybody needs this value. And they're paying, a lot of people are paying $3, $5, $10. Well, Chris is going to share you with other companies. Why not get triple the amount of storage and to be able to add 5 additional members? That blew me away. And they don't even have to live in your household. That was a big one. And like Chris said earlier at the beginning of the presentation, is we're the only company, data storage company, that's in the network marketing realm. So talk about timing. This is it. If you're looking for something that's going to explode, you want to join and just learn how to do it just like we did.
And that's one of our products. You see, we talk about VTuber. This is like a YouTube channel, your own personal channel where you can upload all your videos. Folks, that's a $500 a month a year, right? It's not a month, a year for this service. The other one that's offered is testimony generator. Folks, there's some people that may not be involving GotBackup, but they may have their own downline in different network marketing companies, but they would love to have a tool that can center the entire genealogy to get a testimony on whatever product or whatever leadership that they offer. Think about
even traditional businesses, Chris, when you
Yes.
think of, a hair salon or any business that would love to have testimonies, with their page so that they can market more, getting more business.
For example, Memory Place is an example where if you own for example, a hairdresser company, right? And you're cutting hair for people, you may want to take picture and feature all of this stuff without you having to create a website, because the Memory Place will create a website automatically by featuring your pictures. And there's so many things. And in fact, I really recommend you show up tomorrow, because we're not going to go into details tomorrow. Future Saturdays we will, but this Saturday we're going to give you an overview, and to stick to the end, we're going to show you how it looks on the back end. And then you have an email marketing platform. Joel Rave on his fortune was created by this actual service, the email marketing platform, right? And he talks about the fact that you make about 1% in dollars based on how many people you have on your email marketing when you start marketing products and services. Is not awesome? All of this, it's available. And of course, the funnel, as I mentioned, every single of these products have their own funnel. But what if you speak in a language, like, for example, I have Chris here from Greece. Okay. Let's just say that you would like to do this in Greek. Well, you know that with this funnel, you can edit these funnels and just change a language in Greece, and you can do everything in a language you want. So that way you don't have to wait for the translation to occur. You can do this yourself with ChatGPT. Absolutely amazing. So folks, each of those tools provide you leads because they each have capture pages that will generate an income if people choose to try the service, and they can even try it for free, folks. This is really, really awesome as they upgrade. So there's no wasted lead. You can see the GotBackup in the center. That is what people are looking for. Memory Place, Senshark, Funnel, VTuber, Testimonial Generator. These are all phenomenal tools to offer. So at this point here, folks, as we begin here, we want to show you some amazing stories that are taking place. This is the only cloud storage service that pays you, folks. Making money with GotBackup is absolutely amazing. I know I'm kind of self-promoting here. I didn't create this slide. GotBackup created it. So that's my wife and I are working together. So I'm a blue diamond, but really it's both of us that are working our position. We have here Richard and John Weber, who has reached a triple diamond in GotBackup. We have Dr. KOA from Accra, Ghana, who's also reached double diamond, which is absolutely amazing. We have Noel, who is in France, who's also reached a double diamond level. We have Tammy's also herself has reached diamond while we're working in our position together. So it's absolutely amazing. And then we have David DQ, who's a diamond level, who's Canadian. We have Dr. Solomon, who's also reached diamond from Accra, Ghana. We have Joshua Elder in the United States, who has reached a diamond level, folks. And then we have Godfred and Bernice, who's recently just got married, who also have reached ruby. And we have others. We have Enyonam. I'm not sure if she's here today. Who's also have reached emerald. So, folks, it's amazing what's going on. We have here Henry Calvin, who's done extremely well, who's done some events in Côte d'Ivoire and also in different parts. I think it was in Congo, and reached that fire by having this wonderful event where there's so many people kind of came on board. So, Tammy, why don't we touch on the 7 ways on how we can earn?
Yeah. So as you can see, it's possible to go diamond, and that's really the lifestyle part of it in earning income. So there's 7 ways of earning income. You can see 3 are highlighted because that's where we're going to spend our focus, and understand building the foundation is key, and keeping it as simple as possible so everybody can do the simple things, no matter how busy they are or how little that they know about how to do this. We teach people how to share their links and generate new business. So customer acquisition bonus, CAB for short, that's when somebody decides that they want to become a member. And the family plan, if somebody decides to come in with the family plan and they want to pay monthly, it's possible for them to pay monthly. So you would get 200% upfront if they decide they want to just use the data storage and really benefit from that as well. And then you would get 50% if they pay annually. Okay. So the key is to get as many people as you can to go annually, because it's a much better value. At the end of the day, you save a couple months of payments, so it'll go down to $8 something and change per month, and people are always looking for the value. And they also give you 25% if somebody does like a pro plan, for example, which is absolutely massive. And this is really new, you guys. So we're really excited about this, because if you have somebody that goes pro, you're going to get $200 upfront. And what's even more exciting, the person who brought you in will also get $50, and the person that brought them in will get the $50. And you're probably saying, wow, that's kind of not fair. But most of these leaders they're in the trenches helping their team members grow their businesses. So I love it. I absolutely love how they've created the 3-tier, and 25% on any person who wants to consume the product. So maybe let's share an example, Chris. It might be a little bit overwhelming. So a pro plan. So let's say you have 20 people who come pro because they just want to really run with this, and they got all the tools to build this. You're going to get 200% or $200 upfront per person. That's $4,000 in commissions. There's a lot of business people out there, you guys, that are looking for tools. They're looking for tools. They're online looking for tools. So it's a great opportunity for you to share links that are already created for you, which is really exciting. The family plan, if you have 20 people that want to do the family plan and they pay yearly, you get 50% up front. So 20 people times $50, you're going to make $1,000 in commission. And I don't know about you, but this time of year, everybody is searching for something. Everybody's looking to make extra money. Kids are back in school. Things are overwhelming, what it costs to get the kids back in school, Thanksgiving coming, you got Christmas coming for people who celebrate these holidays. It costs money to do this stuff. So if you can work and generate income, you just make everything so much happier through the holidays.
Now you have the customer example, Tammy.
Okay, so the customers, this is 25% ongoing. as I mentioned, you get 25%. So if you had 20 customers, $5 is what you get for each every month. You're making $100 commission every single month. Family plan, if you had 20 people, you're getting 25% fee every single month. So 20 times $2.50, that's $50 commission every single month. And people are just coming in as customers too. It's not just people who want to do business. Some people just want to use the product.
So GotBackup is very generous on the front end as people choose to get involved. Either you select the Pro Pack or you're selecting just the cloud storage. Now I'm going to share with you what's happening on the back end as people start enrolling and using the services. There's what we call a cycle earning, and this is based on a two-team tree, a left team and a right team. Indirect means someone that is above you, sharing the same leg as sponsor someone, happens to be in your downline, where, as you can see on the right side, under the indirect, there's a direct that's yours, that the indirect benefits that you may not know of, right? So let me show you how powerful that is. See, the cycle bonus is one of our really well-paid commission, which is the number 2. And the way this works is there's 2 tiers, tier 1 and tier 2. It all depends on the level you're at. When you're a platinum, you move from tier 1 to tier 2. I'll show you the ladder in a minute here. And it's at tier 1, this is when you get started. So how do you earn this commission? Well, one is you have to be active. Just like you're active for Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, whatever service that are out there, digital services, same thing here. Number 2 is you need to enroll 2 people. One is on your left team, one is on your right team. That's how this works. It's as simple as that. That will open up for you the gateway to start earning. But to start earning the cycle, number 3 is very important. You need to have a total of 6 people, which either combine from the people you brought in, you might have brought in 6, or you brought in your 2 and those 2 started bringing people, total up to 6, or combined with spillover. As I mentioned earlier, someone just dropped someone in your organization because you're sharing the same leg, not because they know you or they want to help you. They just happen to be on the same path, right? That's what the benefit is with this structure. So the way this works is you need 6 people in a ratio of 4 to 2. That means there's 4 on one side and 2 on the other. Doesn't matter what side that is. The moment that occurs, you are earning a cycle. The value of a cycle will be based on the company's profitability in that month. And of course, based on your rank, will determine if you're tier 1 or tier 2. Cycle number 3 becomes very interesting because you fall into a leadership position. Because as your team starts growing, every time you bring one person in and you reach a level of Sapphire, you're earning 25% from all the cycles that are occurring from all your personals. The company will send to you up to a maximum of $1,000. As you move up in rank, this maximum goes higher. You can see as a black diamond, your maximum could be up to $20,000 for every single person you bring in into your business. It doesn't mean that they're going to make this kind of money. What I'm saying here is as they start building their organization, you benefit from the cycle they earn from every person you bring in. So the more people you bring in, the more cycles match you have the potential to earn. And of course, there's other bonuses that are kicking in as you build your business, as people remain active in building their GotBackup business. It's absolutely amazing. And all of this explains to many of our trainings. So tell me, we can summarize, how do we duplicate the system?
Yeah, there's one thing that Chris and I learned going up the ranks to the top of the ranks, building this type of business, is it's got to be simple. We mentioned that earlier in the presentation. It's so simple that anybody can do it, no matter how busy they are, no matter how little skills they might have at the beginning. We teach people to share links and just keep doing that over and over and over. So the key is to sign up. Number 1, get yourself positioned, and you want to register your first 2 people, put one on the left, one on the right, regardless whether they're a GotBackup member or they become a pro member. You position them, and then you go and get a couple more people. Nobody knows about this. Chris shared about the blue ocean. Go talk to the neighbors. Nobody knows about this. If they knew that they could have this type of value, they'd be on it, right? But if you don't talk about it, then nothing happens. And then the key is to duplicate that over and over and over with each one of your members.
It is all in a duplication. So how do we get started, Tammy?
Yeah, so it's a $20 annual fee, and then you decide how you want to get started. And you can see there's the family plan that we shared earlier, and that's the data storage. Then there's the pro plan, and that's for people who want to really take it to the next level, leveraging the tools to help generate more leads. And also you can market these tools and generate more income, which we're going to share with everybody tomorrow on the training that we do. And then there's also an enterprise package as well. And these are people who have businesses. They have, several people working for them. You could have 20 separate accounts, which is phenomenal as well. So there's a good variety of packages for people to grow a business.
Just so you know, folks, that all the tools that we talked about with the pro package, you'd be looking at a renewal of about $2,000 a year.
Yeah.
We're talking about $500, if I may round it off, one time, and then it's $199, $200 a year. And you're saving 2 months by doing yearly, or you can pay the $19.97. Folks, this is an absolute no-brainer. If you want to make money, that's the package that you want to. And of course, the cloud storage is also a wonderful package where, as you can see, all these people that hit double diamond, triple diamond, and all, they did that with the family pack. So don't think that the family pack won't get you there. But the pro pack not only will get you there faster, but you got tools to accelerate the growth of your business. That's how powerful that is. We're in 161 countries around the world right now. That is where we have influenced the GotBackup community right now. There's 194 countries around the world. Just think about it. We're getting there. We're getting there. And folks, recognition is so important. Maybe subscribe for it, and adults die for it, folks. Right? So you can see the bronze, the copper, the silver, the gold, the platinum. We're telling you, when you reach platinum, that's when you start earning the tier 2. As a sapphire, you start earning the matching cycle, and it goes on and on and on. It's absolutely phenomenal just by doing what Tammy shared, by simply bringing 1% on your left, 1% on your right, and duplicate the process, and the rest just happen automatically by duplicating that. Let's talk about the support.
That's the building blocks, building coppers, 2 people. Everybody can do 2 people. So it's so phenomenal on how simple this is. So what you're going to get is a personalized referral link. You're going to get your landing page. You're going to get email marketing system that's built in. You've got marketing tools. You've got regular online presentations. You've got team trainings and support that's going on. And there's leaders, phenomenal leaders around the globe right now that are doing this in so many different languages, which is absolutely amazing. We're going to be, oh my gosh, I say, Chris, in 5 years from now, this is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Anybody who puts some efforts into this and get their feet wet, get your first 2, start duplicating that within the organization. If you keep doing that, in 5 years from now, your life is going to be totally changed. And the reason I say this is because that's what happened to Chris and I. Over the years, we've duplicated simplicity and created massive momentum within the organizations globally.
So these support system, folks, are very important. Tomorrow morning, Tammy and I are going to be doing, and stick to the end, I'm going to show you a little bit what it looks on the back end to give you an idea. But folks, listen, this is a product that everyone needs. It's a business that everyone can afford. You have 2 different level of entries. You can always upgrade later. But the point here, folks, is the Pro. I highly recommend it because you got every single tools you possibly could need. The email marketing, and all the tools that are necessary to help you build your business. That's what we're so excited about in the Pro. And of course, there's a huge income opportunity by selecting the Pro. What I'd like to do right now, just kind of show you very quickly, without going through too many details. This is what you can see here with the Pro logo. That is to show you that's what's going on. And these are your digital tools right here. Okay. You got the GotBackup. You got use this tool. And of course, you got all the different reseller tools pages that you can start marketing to your team. The testimony generator, you can generate some testimony links that you send to your team, and you can also promote the tool individually. You look at the memory place, same thing. You can create a memory place to create a QR code for people to scan. It could be a link also, and you can upload all the pictures that it is a winning event, a company event, your team event. This is absolutely awesome. And of course, you can promote just that tool individually. And of course, the autoresponder, that's the email system. This is a more sophisticated email, which, by the way, if you look at the lead capture here, that's included with your cloud storage with the 19 for the $9.97 a month. That's how you interact with all the leads that came into your GotBackup funnel pages. Right? This here, you can start promoting different things, different brands, different company, all the things you want. It's all available here. This is a very powerful tool. Video streaming. Tammy and I have done many courses that we're selling, and all our courses are all setting into the video streaming, so they don't get all the branding of YouTube and commercials that people have to listen to, or sometimes that can even be a bit of a competitor from your brand. None of that. It's all saved in there. And of course, as I mentioned, the lead capture system is associated with your GotBackup system over here. And then you have the funnel where you can find your own domain. You can create a custom promo page. As I say, you can even translate existing pages. So you don't want to create it. You just want to translate it in a certain language. And also you can create a page just for someone that maybe have ranked a certain level. And again, tomorrow we'll talk about all of these. So you certainly want to show up. You have your business, all the details that are related to your business over here. When there's contest, internal wallet, really awesome, where you can upload money into your account, to your credit card or your bank, whatever that is for you. And then people can pay you cash. And then from there, they can turn around and enroll. So it's really absolutely amazing what is available to you here to build your business. We really, really hope that you take this seriously and that you consider going pro, because I'm telling you, folks, that package is absolutely amazing. Let me just kind of remove this here. Go back right there. This particular package over here with the $9.99, the $499.97, and then if you select to pay monthly, you pay $20 a month, or you pay for the year. This is on top of the $500. And once you've done that every year, you just pay the $20 and the $200. And then you have access to all these tools. Folks, I'm telling you, it's very, very, very cost effective. I've been using email programs that are costing me $80 a month because I have over 7,000 leads. And if you have 5,000, it goes up. It starts really cheap, but then they nail you when you know you depend on them. GotBackup has such an affordable system, and you can have almost an unlimited amount of leads in there. I don't know if you understand what that means, right? So when you do the math of what I'm paying, and I'm starting to cancel all these things as I move forward here, folks, I'm saving so much money. You pay the $500 one time, and then you just pay $200 a year for all these amazing tools. So tell me, as we end, any last thing you want to add?
Yeah, if you're evaluating it for the first time, just jump on board. Honestly, that's what Chris and I did. When we saw the vision of what was happening at the very beginning, we knew that it was going to explode, and we knew that it was going to go massively in a global market. Why? Because it's affordable and everybody is using devices. Everybody's filling up their devices. So it's such a no-brainer to position yourself. Even if you can't go pro right away, you can always upgrade to pro. We always encourage people because there's always huge benefits to jump in as a pro. I know that they give you some leads to get you started. And we're going to teach you how to really leverage these tools and how to work the back end to create emails for these different segments of bonus tools. And
Yes.
so there's a lot that we have to offer.
So folks, listen, have yourself a wonderful weekend. We will see you tomorrow. We will walk you through. Again, it won't be a detailed walkthrough of all the tools, the digital tools, but we're going to show you what's available, what to find where. And the consecutive Saturdays, we're going to be focusing on one particular tool from the digital tool for you to see how you can maximize the use of them. Have yourself a great, great rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Have a great weekend.